Morning guys, it is a very good morning when you don't just have one RS in the driveway, but you got two. Got an RS6 in the driveway, got the key. Let's start her up. So I'm in the RS6 today, the 2017 Audi RS6, and thanks to Audi Alto Pendant Hills for lending me the car. Just to kind of try out and see what it feels like. This is kind of a special car from Audi. Okay, I really don't have much time with the car today. I have to go to work, so I woke up really early in the morning just so I can squeeze in a little bit of a drive with this car, because I really do want to try this car. So before we actually talk about, you know, the whole thing about the RS6 and what I think about it, let's just do a little bit of this. Alright, so the best way to explain this car is slingshot. I mean, that's just how it feels like when you're kind of punching through the gas. 100% from a very low rev range, and all the way it stays to the very top, and that's just how it feels every time you're in this car, and that's how I felt driving around. So this is the 2017 RS6 Avant Performance. Avant meaning the station wagon. Performance is, I think, the previous stuff they've usually called it Plus. So SQ5 Plus. It's kind of the outgoing model before the new one comes out. So this will be the last year model before the new RS6 comes out. And like all the other Audi Plus or Performance models, it's kind of exactly the same as what it was before, just with more power. And it kind of like, it's not like we needed it. Not with this car. It's kind of become pretty crazy. So this new one basically generates 445 kilowatts. And to my knowledge, that's only 4 kilowatts lower than the Huracan. And around about 750 Newton meters of torque. Now, while this is only a little bit slightly less in power than the Huracan, it has a lot more torque than the Huracan. That's around about 200 more than the Huracan. That's a supercar. This is a station wagon. And he gets that power from a BiTurbo, or twin turbo, what do you want to call it, a 4-liter V8, a very small displacement V8, but a very nice one. But just to put it into perspective, this car is 2 tons, just a little bit over 2 tons. So that much torque will hold this car over to 100 kilometers an hour in 3.7 seconds. 3.7 seconds in a station wagon is a bit ridiculous. And it feels ridiculous. It's crazy. So what is the downside to this car exactly? I mean, like price, fuel consumption. It's not very hard to kind of like this car. It's not very easy to find fault. Other than those two, in my opinion, it's kind of almost the perfect car for whatever it is you want, for any environment you want. So what do you get for a stupid amount of dollars that only really buys you a station wagon? So the outside looks really good, but in a way like a classic kind of Audi form, where it's not too flashy, it's not too show-offy, especially for an RS car compared to its competitors. But yes, the diffuser is slightly more aggressive and larger than the normal A6 or S6 range. And the overall stance of the car is quite low and quite wide, so you do kind of see that. And the front is a little bit different, but subtle apart from the Quattro sign. But where you really see the difference is just the side flares. These fenders are ridiculously wide. And it's really hard to show in photos, and then as soon as you see it and you know where to look, you're kind of surprised at how wide this thing is. Alright, so the interior is super nice. It's really nice. Quality is top. I think it's kind of very well designed and very well built. The only kind of shame on it though is that you're spending still so much money on this kind of car, and you're getting the old Audi system and the old MMI and old design and everything inside the car. Now I understand because the new one's gonna come out. I just feel like it could do with a bit of a refresh. But you get a lot of features and packs still in this car, and I can't say bad things about the interior because all the materials are really nice. I love the design. I've always loved this design anyway to begin with. You just don't get the virtual cockpit. You know, the monitor is still really clunky. It folds, which is a really good thing apart from the other Audis outside of the A3 range, I think. So you can hide that clunkiness, but it's still clunky. These seats, however, are super comfy. I feel like they actually have a lot more bolster than my RS3 as well. And they look, you know, awesome. Honestly, guys, do you even care about the little things or the little details? Probably not, because what do you buy an RS6 for? You buy an RS6 for a station wagon that has a crazy sound and has a crazy amount of power. Everything else is kind of irrelevant to me sometimes. It's just gunfire at the back there. Driving wise, the acceleration in this car is mind-blowing. It's like you think about the fact that this is a wagon and you realize how much more amazing it is. It's 2 tons and I'm getting there at 3.7 seconds. It's crazy. It scares the living crap out of me. And the torque feels so constant through the revs. From very low 2000s and even lower, and I'm not really sure how much higher it goes with that kind of torque. I don't really have the space nor the gut to kind of go 100% with this car anyway, but you can definitely feel it straight away that this thing is nuts. This thing is proper comfortable to drive around town and anywhere you go. This thing is just proper comfortable. I just, even in dynamic mode, I don't really feel like it's that crashy, that bumpy, that uncomfortable, that it doesn't hurt my back or anything. And it kind of like blocks and gives you an illusion because it blocks your perception of speed completely. You don't really know how fast you're going until like you just decide to look down. Yeah, you'll be going 150, 160 kilometers an hour and you just feel like you're going 50 kilometers an hour. Alright guys, I really hope you enjoyed this short video of this Audi RS6 Performance. Let me know what you guys think and I guess what you guys want to hear about next. for now. Peace.